896-5555. Jacksonville.
Hangs in and fires it deep downfield. There's a miscommunication, and that ball is going to be intercepted. That ball is intercepted. Mack took a shot at the end zone.
I thought defense obviously did an outstanding job, with the type of firepower they have on offense, just Minnesota, and what they did defensively, Coach Flores. They did their stuff. We didn't overcome a few things.
Yeah, I think every week it's a new week, and you can just take a deep breath and attack each day.
He's excited to have another opportunity. Obviously, a chance for him to rebound, from last week. But I think as a team, same way, rally around him and support him, and get ready to play a really good football team.
One play at a time, one game at a time, and that's what we're stressing. Just get better from last game.
We're going to kick you in the teeth, all right? And when you punch us back, we're going to smile at you. And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off, all right? And we're going to stand up. And then it's going to take 2 more shots to knock us down, all right? And on the way up, we're going to take your other kneecap, and we're going to get up. And then it's going to take 3 shots to get us down. Before long, we're going to be the last one standing.
1010XL 92.5 FM presents Jaguars Today with your hosts Mike Dempsey, Tony Smith, Tom McManus, and Dylan Denmark.
All right, good morning, everybody. Jaguars going to the 8 Mile on Sunday to take on the Detroit Lions in what is on paper the most challenging game that they will play in the 2024 season. But that's why they play the games, right? Good morning, Tom McManus.
Good morning. Happy Friday.
How are you?
Any given Sunday. I'm good. Busy week, but good week,
I mentioned to Dan and Jeff. Tony, you've heard me talk about this over the years. I know you're well familiar with it. Tom, you as well. I think it was 2010. Jags played Dallas on the road, and when the schedule came out, you're like, that's the one we're not winning.
Right.
And David Garrard had a career game, and they won going away.
That's right.
The Jags did. So, do I expect that to happen? No, right. I don't. I don't think Mac Jones, from what I saw last week, even gives me, shadows of David Garrard from back in the day. Never mind Trevor Lawrence and what he's brought to this offense.
Well, let's just hope they, fix the same things that have, hurt this offense all throughout the year. The inconsistent running the right route, making the right throw, catching the ball. You know what I mean? I mean, the throw at the end, you got a wide open crosser. Does he not see him? Maybe he doesn't see him. Why play that? Why? It's first down. It's the same thing as 2 weeks ago. Why take that shot? He's not really open. Maybe if you threw it inside, but you didn't. You thought he was going straight, and you had the crosser right there. So I don't know, man. Look, Mac, had a rough day. Hopefully he's better. I just, I don't expect much against Detroit. I really don't. I think they're 19 points a game on defense. I don't know, but anything can happen on Sundays, right? They can, because you do have players. You got talent,
Look, They played 3 good teams in the NFC the last 3 weeks.
That's
and
right.
They've been right there at the end with all of them. It's taken, a different winding road to get to that point. Again, I'm not trying to sell false hope to anybody. I don't think the Jags are going to win this week, but that doesn't mean you can't root your heart out if that's the outcome you're looking for. A lot of people, though, Tone, are looking for keys to victory. For them, victory is lose as badly as possible to put as much pressure on ownership to make a move mid-season. And look, and I get it. That's where you're at. That's where your head's at. But I'm getting a lot of that response today.
No doubt. And look, I get it. The fans that are in that headspace already, there's nothing that's going to be said to convince them that they're wrong, about being in that kind of spot. If you would like to see them lose, okay. Because to you, victory this season is everybody's gone.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing that we're going to say at any point here in the next couple days that's going to change anybody's mind in that regard. Do I think it'd be cool if they found a way to beat Detroit? Yeah.
Absolutely.
I do.
Heck yeah.
I'm not pulling against them on Sunday, but I don't blame the fans that might be.
No, I get that. You can understand the fans that, things don't go the way we thought. You want change. Look at Chicago. We'll see if that was the right move. But I guess players went to the coach and said, hey, we got to make a change, offensive coordinator. I don't know if that's happening in Jacksonville, where the players are venting about the system or the play calling or whatnot. But yeah, look, man, and players they're going to want to win. They're going up there to compete. They know it's going to be tough. Detroit's a very tough, well put together team. Very disciplined team, very physical team. got the firepower, on both sides of the ball. Lost their star defensive end who was having a great year, unfortunately, but still, really good defense. Get off the field on third down, but, look, you got to lace them up. I think we should use the run game more. I mean, we didn't last week either. Etienne was doing okay.
Tank Bigsby hasn't practiced this week, so right now, I'm guessing, are not going to have him available to play.
Right. Well, Etienne,
I hear you, but
he can do it. He can do it. He needs a spell, but that's what Johnson's here for, and he can do a great job being your third down or whatever kind of back. Whoever's back there, can they please pick up the blitz? I mean, what are you doing? Does anybody cut block anymore? You're not allowed to. You're not allowed to in the NFL. Like if the guy's coming straight at you, can you take his legs out?
I think you can.
I think
as long as you're face up with him, and nobody else is engaged with him.
Right. No one's engaged. You're not coming in from the side.
Look at me talking football.
It's just unbelievable. Like, I mean, how many times you're not going to, you're going to get run over, or you're not going to know who to block? You don't look at the guy to block. It's just, those things are crazy. You know what I mean? It's like, even like the last play, like, Gabe, why'd you take it inside? Why'd you take it inside? Did you think? I mean, they run that play 3 to 5 times a game. The crosser's normally open. It's Kirk's normally it's Kirk coming across.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the guy taking a fly is clearing that safety out. I don't know why Mac. I think again, I'm not a QB, but I think these guys sometimes it's like they want to make that big play so bad because it looks so good and it feels good too. Instead of just saying, hey, all right, man, first down, let's see what they give me. If it's open, I'll take it. If not, maybe someone else is, or I do something else with the ball, or I take off and run. You had plenty of time. You did not have to force that throw. But they're still off. Like someone's not running the right route or the quarterback's throwing it in the wrong spot. I don't know. It's the same stuff.
Well, we got 2 hours to get into all that coming up today. It's Keys to Victory Friday. Tony, give us the preview. Bowls football tonight.
Bowls Taylor County in the first round of the playoffs tonight, and Bowls pretty heavily favored, I would imagine, in this one here tonight. We'll see what happens with the other matchups on the other side of the bracket as far as where they're going to be playing, hopefully here next week when everything is said and done, but they need help to be hosting a second round of the playoffs game. That kind of slipped away here in the last couple of weeks, so they went from the 2 to the 3 seed.
Dylan Denmark.
We are the underdogs going on the road to Gadsden County in the hood of Tallahassee, apparently.
Oh, is that where that is? I have no idea where Gadsden County was.
The number 3 team in the state, regardless of classification, and number 1 team in the region. We're number 8.
All right, bigger underdog, Jaguars or Indians this weekend?
Probably the Indians.
Yeah, all right.
So we got a tall order, man.
That's true. I mean, look, it is all NFL players there. So,
what is the spread? Do we know? I haven't even checked. I don't really.
Lions were 12.5.
Is it double digits?
I would have said
double digits.
Oh, yeah, I knew it was double digits. Right? I'd heard like 13. I heard Jeff and Dan talking about it earlier this week. Honestly, I don't usually even look at the spreads.
I normally don't.
But yeah, I mean the Jags have been a 13-point underdog or more a lot in the last
14.
10 years. 14 is what it is.
Hard Rock.
So it's the Tank Bigsby missing practice. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I'm just kidding. But, I mean, I have no suspicion that Sam Laporte is even going to sniff the field this week. He's got an AC joint sprain just like Trevor Lawrence does. Yep. I don't know which shoulder it is, but regardless, I think they're going to think, we're at home. We got enough. Let's give Laporte an extra week.
Any tight end will do because we don't cover him anyway.
Hey, look, so Brock Wright is going to be probably a under the radar popular name in
He'll
fantasy
be open.
this weekend.
Trust me. Just play action him.
It's been the case. All right, so it is Keys to Victory Friday. If you want to get on the program today, we'd love to have you at 641-1010 on the Garber Auto Mall phone lines. You can hit us up there or the same number for the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. You can hop in the YouTube virtual studio chat. You can hit us up on social media at MD_1010XL, at 1010XL Fat Tony, at Meathead55, and at 1010XL Denmark.
Ain't no laws when you're drinking claws, baby.
You can also find me and Dylan on Blue Sky at our names, which now I'm told, because there are specious Jaguar accounts popping up on Blue Sky, which is a new social media platform. It's a social media It's very similar to Twitter. Okay. Same basic engine. Like the guy who used to own Twitter, I think, started Blue Sky.
Okay.
But whatever. Oh. And so there's a Jaguars NFL. There's a Jaguars. I'm told minutes ago, the Jags do not have an official Blue Sky account for those out there. Because the people have to create fake account of somebody. Somebody squatted on 1010XL, I saw yesterday. They didn't post anything, but people like to pretend that they're other people on social media. It's like the Adam Schefter thing, and they change one letter in his name. Adarn Schefter with the R in the end, making it look like an M. That was a popular one for a while right there.
Blue Sky. First I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's a lot of sports people are posting on that.
BlueSky.com?
Just put in Blue Sky. Just search Blue Sky, and you'll see it. But anyway, still on Twitter, both. But just trying to reach the audience wherever they happen to be.
Absolutely.
Out there. So hit us up with your replies for your 3 keys to victory today. And we'll hear from Press Taylor, Ryan Nielsen.
Sweet.
A little bit. I know you're excited about that, Tommy. And
love hearing from the coordinators.
We'll talk about the state of affairs with the Jacksonville Jaguars for the next couple hours. So join us here. This is Jaguars Today. Mike Dempsey, Tony Smith, Tom McManus, Dylan Denmark on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today for the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. Saturdays in the South are made for football. Yes, but you can get the game day feeling on Friday night on the Bueller Air and Plumbing College Kickoff.
The big games, the big matchups.
Friday night at 6. Brought to you by Sonny's Barbecue on 1010XL.
Welcome to Rockville. North America's largest rock festival returns to the Daytona International Speedway in 2025 with Green Day, Korn, Shinedown, and Linkin Park. Plus Bad Omens, Incubus, Good Charlotte, Rob Zombie, Alice in Chains, Pierce the Veil, Marilyn Manson, 3 Days Grace, Sublime, Hailstorm, I Prevail, 3 Doors Down, Jimmy Eat World, Motionless in White, Bush, Chevelle, Mudvayne, and so many more. Welcome to Rockville takes over the Daytona International Speedway May 15th to the 18th, 2025. 5 stages, 4 days, and over 150 bands. 4-day, single-day camping and VIP passes on sale now at welcometoRockville.com.
Denny Thompson here. They're still growing. Tyson Sound & Security is looking to hire a master electrician. Are you or someone you know a master electrician with residential experience? Candidate will start at the industry's most competitive pay. Apply online at TysonSoundAndSecurity.com or call to apply 762-1000. Tyson Sound & Security hiring a master electrician offering top-notch industry pay. Call to apply 762-1000. Equal opportunity employer.
Hey everybody, Jennifer Marion with Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville here to say hello, and we'd sure like to have your business.
You know what? They're going to love the king of price.
My dad believes in making great deals and having a great selection in stock.
Cadillac XT4s, XT5s, and XT6s, and Escalades.
The all-electric Cadillac Lyriq.
CT4s and CT5s.
Cadillac luxury and selection is just waiting for you.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
And don't forget, tell them Jennifer sent ya.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
Barley and Pie Brewing Company is Fleming Island's first and only craft brewery, founded by the co-founder and brewmaster of Wicked Barley. Barley and Pie serves up local brews made right in your backyard. Hungry? Dive into their sourdough Neapolitan pizza, made fresh in-house every day. Find your new go-to spot in Fleming Island at Barley and Pie Brewing Company.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting.
Mia O'Brien
is going to be the first woman president of the United States of America.
Catch me weekdays from noon to 2 on Helmets and Heels.
And she could run later this year even, and I would vote for her.
All things Mia are driven by Arlington Toyota on 1010XL.
Arrested? Got traffic tickets? DUI? License problems, gun charges, drug charges? If you've been charged with any crime, call call me, criminal defense attorney Malcolm Anthony, at 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW.
Interested in a unique date night? Gibby here. I took my wife Nikki to Wick a Candle Bar. She made her own custom candle right there in the store. Shop local at Wick a Candle Bar. Locations in San Marco and Jacks Beach.
Imagine beautiful new windows and doors that elevate your space and keep you comfortable year-round. At Renewal by Andersen, we specialize in custom-built, energy-efficient windows and doors that are crafted to last. Right now, for a limited time, save 20% off your entire project. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free in-home consultation today. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613.
Hey, gang, Prosser here to save you some cash. Maximize your home sale now with the market experts who deliver more money in less time, and those experts are Chad and Sandy Newman. Maybe you're worried about costly repairs or upgrades needed to sell your home. You don't have to worry. The worries are relieved with Chad and Sandy, the local real estate experts we are trusting and recommending with the sale of your home. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Mortgage rates are down. It's time to create your market. Marvin in Cobblestone writes, my siblings and I moved our parents to Maryland so they can get some extra help as they get older. Next, we had to sell the home to get them some financial help for their extra care. We hired Chad and Sandy, and they delivered big. Chad and Sandy's team got our home sold in 7 days above asking price. You can too. Call Chad and Sandy today, 904-414-6200, or go to chadandsandy.com. That's ChadAndSandy.com.
Ever wonder how you can transform your living spaces into captivating works of art? At First Coast Lighting and Fans, they offer a huge selection of high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness. Visit their showroom on Phillips Highway at the Avenues and step into a world of quality without compromise. Discover the difference that locally owned expertise makes and let them help you experience the transformation from average to extraordinary. At First Coast Lighting and Fans.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Mac in the Middle, Tom McManus. Brought to you by Renewal by Andersen. A better way to a better window on 1010XL.
It's awesome. You're fired up for him. The look on his face on the sideline coming off, and just being excited about playing football. Like, that's the thing you love about him. He doesn't bat an eye. He just keeps playing, and things like that. Just stay the course. Just keep doing, the little things better, and good things start to happen for you. And I think that's what you're starting to see with him and some other guys.
That's Jaguars defense coordinator Ryan Nielsen talking about Monteric Brown's first career interception. Excited for him.
Yeah.
Got Tommy Mack in the mirror. Maybe that's what we'll call that.
To make a change.
Might be. I wouldn't say it's one of his three best. Might be one of my three favorite Michael Jackson songs.
That's a good one.
Three favorites.
Yeah.
Most underrated Michael Jackson song. What do you got?
Most underrated.
I have one that I always go to.
Let's just throw it out there.
Human Nature.
Human Nature.
Phenomenal song. Love that song.
I like the video of Dirty Diana.
Do you?
I mean, back in the day,
You're
I did.
Old enough to have watched videos. Yeah, when videos
were a thing.
Yeah,
that was a pretty cool video. I don't know. I'd have to see a list in front of me.
Yeah,
I like Billie Jean. But that's not under the radar.
It's a huge hit.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, they're all Michael Jackson's super talented. So.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Man in the mirror. Bring it to your eye.
Yep.
All right. Let's get into a little bit of Ryan Nielsen here. Jaguars. Oh, by the way, let's ask Tommy our poll questions from the last couple of days.
Yeah.
We'll knock this out.
Okay, I haven't seen them.
You haven't? Okay.
No, I have not.
These were contentious. Okay.
Oh, were they?
Very contentious.
Yeah, juicy, baby.
Absolutely. All right.
Friday.
Let me scroll back because I want to have the results up in front of me. First one got more votes. And for us, like in season when the Jags not doing well, you might get 500-600 votes on a poll. This one got 1,144 votes.
All right. Rock and roll.
We leave them out there for 24 hours. So we asked on Wednesday, which of these members of the Jacksonville Jaguars organization has done the best job in 2024. Just in 2024. Okay. No previous biases
just
brought
this
in.
year.
Trent Baalke, Doug Peterson, Press Taylor, Ryan Nielsen. Who you got? Who's done the best job of that quartet this year?
Baalke.
Okay. He won the poll.
Yeah.
Right? 44.5%. The surprising thing to me was Ryan Nielsen came in second with a defense that's ranked dead last in the league.
What?
37% said he was the best. And now that could be a case where people are, even though you asked the question, it's 2024, they're carrying years of I wanted this guy out. I didn't like Press Taylor's offense. I didn't like this, whatever. But if you're voting it just on 2024, it's stunning to me that 37% will pick a guy whose sole area of responsibility is the worst among his peers in the entire league.
I wonder if they think if they're all fired that he'll be the guy. You know what I mean? Like, is he the interim? I mean, why would they? How could you vote like that? Like, their defense is
recency bias as well. If you're coming off the game against Minnesota, maybe it's in your head. All right, well, we held them to 12 points, whatever. But where's that been all year?
Okay, no, absolutely, and that was a great outing in that regard. But they bent a lot in that game. Minnesota did pretty much whatever they wanted to do except score touchdowns,
which is the ultimate thing.
I know. And Sam made mistakes. Right. He made bad decisions, bad throws, but whatever.
I'm with you. I'm playing devil's advocate here because I feel like
it's still 12 points.
The defense got a lot of credit for giving up 400 yards this week. All right, so you vote for Baalke doing the best job.
That's out of my picks,
those are your picks, right? And I would agree with you.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you're endorsing the overall job that he's done, but you're comparing him relative to these other guys.
If I could just add, I'll just say Brian Thomas Jr. alone makes him.
That's one thing. He got a bunch of big-time contract extensions done that we were waiting for. Yeah, Brian Thomas, not only selecting him, but picking up extra picks. Anyway, so Baalke wins that poll.
Okay.
Now,
who would you have, Tony?
Baalke.
You had Baalke, too. Okay.
All right, so the follow-up. Which of these members of the Jaguars organization has done the worst job in 2024? Same four to choose from. Who do you vote for there?
Doug
Peterson won that poll.
Yeah.
I voted for Nielsen myself because he's got one area, and they're ranked 32nd in it.
Yeah, he would be a consideration, but Doug's the guy, so
I got
he's got to take the fall.
I don't have any – look, it's tough, and people are like, this is impossible. You can't vote. You have to have all of the above or none of the above as options. Well, no, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make you pick relative.
Whose poll is it?
My poll, darn it. 844 votes in that one. 48.8% said Doug Peterson. 23% went with Baalke, Press Taylor, and then Ryan Nielsen got the fewest votes of who's done the worst job, which, again, stunning to me. I just wanted to preface our Ryan Nielsen audio with these two polls.
Listen, come on. We all thought there was going to be a big change to this defense. It wasn't going to be that zone laid back, let them catch it in front of us and hopefully make a tackle. It was get after.
They played more of this week, and it was their most effective game of the year.
Well, points-wise, which matters in the end. So no doubt.
I mean, because isn't that the nature of bend but don't break? You're trying to make a team go 12, 15 plays because eventually
17.
One was 17, but on that 17th play,
they make it.
Jags got a turnover, right? And because it's tough to execute that many times in a row at that level, at least that's the
I wonder if he told the defense going in, hey, by the way, up your conditioning because you're going to be out there for a long time.
Well, we'll get to that. All right, let's get to some of the comments of Ryan Nielsen from yesterday, just his observations on this Detroit Lions offense.
Complete group. They're playing at a high level. Very efficient. Quarterback play is fantastic. He's doing a really good job knowing where to go to the ball, getting the ball out. And then the runners are some of the top in the league right now. Like both guys are doing a really good job. Offensive line, just the way they're playing, they're operating. That you can group that's been together and operating at a high level. And so we've definitely got a really good test. We got to go out there. We got to execute, play our game.
Yeah. Look, we know Detroit's awesome, right? And they can threaten you in a bunch of ways. We were talking late in the show yesterday. Like last week, we knew Jefferson's kind of the guy that you got to shut down in that Vikings offense. I think Detroit has 4 or 5 guys you could name as the guy, right? So it's hard to say this is the guy we have to stop this week. They'll just pivot to the next guy. It's all right. You take away Ross St. Brown. So what? We'll run the ball.
Right.
And we're happy doing it. You take away running backs, we'll give it to the other guy, right? And on top of that, you do have a pretty crazy deep threat.
And they got one of the best O-lines out there. And the tackle,
most people probably say the best in the league.
And look, we've got Josh Hines-Allen, and we got Trayvon Walker going against Sewell and Decker. Let's see it, man. I mean, you guys, especially Josh. Hey, you're paid the big bucks.
No doubt.
I don't care they're the best. You better make some miserable life back there for Goff. He'll throw picks. That's when Coach Nielsen said, I'm like, didn't he throw 5 picks last week?
He did.
He's always had a good year, but, man, 5 picks in one game, man. It's wild how that's happened to a few guys.
And they still won on the road. Down like 20, 23 points, whatever it was. They were behind. They were down big.
23-7.
It was 23-7 was what it was?
Okay, second half.
All right.
Yeah. 23-7 coming out of the halftime locker room, and they threw a pick to start the second half, and then Detroit gave one right back. What a wild game that was on Sunday night. Coach Nielsen was also asked about evaluating, as we were just trying to do a little bit, Tommy, last week's defensive performance for the Jaguars.
Yards are the most important thing is the win and then points, right? And so that's what we really look at. We don't want to be on the field. We got to do a better job getting off on third down, those type of things, tackling a little bit better. We could have had a couple more interceptions, and then, we got to get the quarterback on the ground, a few too many scrambles. And so the whole thing, but overall, just guys keep getting better. That's the biggest thing. And one play at a time, one game at a time. And that's what we're stressing. Just get better from last game. And I think that the guys they played really hard, our players. They played tough. I thought we executed at a pretty good level last week. And now it's just doing it again. A little bit better this time. Like that's the most important thing. And so, we're giving up a few too many yards, but ultimately the points is where it's at, and the win. Like we want to win ultimately. So, but we're going in the right direction.
All right. Look, Jared Goff's not as mobile as Sam Darnold, who's not the most mobile quarterback in the league. You know where he's going to be, but the question is, can you get there? Right? Like you said, with those tackles, we'll hear what Ryan Nielsen has to say about some of those matchups. Coming up here, we'll also dip into some of that audio from Press Taylor talking yesterday in anticipation of the Jags offense, trying to put it together with Mac Jones at the helm. Banged up Brian Thomas Jr., maybe no Tank Bigsby in this game. So a lot of challenges and a somewhat makeshift offensive line on top of that as well. So all that and more. Gee, doesn't that sound appealing? Coming up, this is Jaguars Today on a Keys to Victory Friday on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. 1010XL. Time now for a medical recap. A health and wellness tip from Jaguars head team physician, Dr. Kevin Kaplan.
Strength and resistance training are some of the best forms of exercise you can do to strengthen your muscles and improve your body composition. It may also lead to important improvements in metabolic health, meaning your blood sugar levels are easier to manage, and it also increases how many calories you burn at rest. The Physical Activity Guidelines for Americans recommends resistance training twice per week in addition to cardio training. Let's get fit, Jacksonville.
Looking for a new vehicle? Take a look at Jenkins Hyundai of Jacksonville. Now's the time to save big. Choose from more than 250 new and over 1,000 used and certified pre-owned vehicles on the lot, or shop anytime at JenkinsHyundaiofJacksonville.com. Hyundai has one of the top warranties in the business. Lifetime, powertrain, and 5-year bumper-to-bumper warranty, plus 3 years free maintenance on a new vehicle. Give them the chance to earn your business today on Atlantic Boulevard or at JenkinsHyundaiofJacksonville.com.
If you suffer from constant burning, tingling, or numbness in your hands or feet, it could be a serious condition called neuropathy. I'm Dr. Nathan Riddle, DC with Riddle Wellness in Ponte Vedra. Neuropathy is treatable, and we have seen great results by using state-of-the-art, non-invasive therapies to target damaged nerves, reduce symptoms, and improve nerve function. Call 904-395-5598 to schedule your free consultation today and learn how you can live pain-free. Call 904-395-5598.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
These are interesting economic times. That's why it's so important to have someone you can count on. That's ITP Partners. Jacksonville folks taking care of our Jacksonville money. Experience? You best believe you want to give your hard-earned money to folks you trust. Jeff Hartman, Chris Bryan, Dan Abel, Reed Wingate, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reagan Wright have the expertise and knowledge to help clients in their financial lives, focusing on investment management, financial planning, and risk management. ITP Partners. Financial partners for life. Securities offered through American Portfolios Financial Services, Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
3D Digital has you covered for any of your business's digital marketing needs. From producing award-winning videos to getting those digital ads to follow your customers around the internet, our team has your back. Visit 3ddigital.com or give us a call at 904-712-4004 to schedule a free consultation today. 904-712-4004.
All right, here we go.
Former Jaguars QB David Garrard joins Jaguars Today to talk Jags.
All right, guys.
Mondays on 1010XL.
Let's go, Googans. Let's go, Googans.
Brought to you by WaterboyJax.com.
What is that?
The holidays are coming, and so is your family. Is your septic system ready?
Honey, why is the yard bubbling?
Dad, the dog's swimming in the septic tank.
That's one way to greet the in-laws.
Don't let a septic disaster be the highlight of your holiday dinner. Call Duck Duck Rooter today and get it fixed before Uncle Bob finds out the hard way. Duck Duck Rooter, your local septic experts. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. DuckDuckRooter.com.
Have a group trip or company function soon? Mark Watson here with Hardball Creative. Get busy ordering the t-shirts and other swag you'll need. It's easy with Hardball.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Jaguars fans, want to meet some of your favorite players? Coke Florida, Publix Supermarkets, and the Jags are giving you the chance. Join 1010XL at Publix, 170 Village Commons Drive, St. Augustine, Tuesday, November 19th at 5. For autographs, pictures, raffles, and more. Get off the sidelines and get to Publix to grab an ice-cold Coca-Cola, Coke Zero Sugar, or any of your favorite Coca-Cola beverages using Publix digital app. The Jaguars and Coke Florida. There's magic when we cheer together at Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
David Ammon here with Zero Res.
You know, Dad, I just love this time of year. It cools down, the holidays are coming on, and college football is a blast.
One of the things that I'm grateful for is our good customers. I have loved working for the good people of Jacksonville and want to say thank you.
Folks, the schedule is filling up fast. Book today and Zero Res will clean your carpets for only $49 per room. Plus, they'll give you 25% off your tile cleaning.
Zero Res.
Spelled Florida backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
Once in a lifetime savings.
No corporate jeweler does that.
Beard's Diamonds does. It's their incredible 44th anniversary sale.
Everything store-wide is on sale, up to an unbelievable 44% off at the St. John's Town Center or beardsdiamonds.com.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hey Jacksonville, Lauren Brooks here for Big Chief Tire. If you're looking for new tires, Big Chief has affordable options to fit every budget and every vehicle. Their team of experts will help you find the right tires and make sure they're installed quickly so you can get back on the road. Don't wait. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule your appointment and explore their great tire deals. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
If you're looking for custom metalwork, look no further than Superior Fence and Rail. Whether it's custom railing, shade structures, or custom entry gates, their expert team controls the turnkey process. From CAD design and raw metal to powder-coated finish and expert installation. When you choose Superior Fence and Rail for your custom metal project, you get a project that's, well, superior. So get off the fence and call Superior Fence and Rail today.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Jaguars offensive coordinator Press Taylor was asked on Thursday if rookie wide receiver Brian Thomas Jr. has been frustrated by his lack of targets over the last few weeks.
He doesn't. He is a just cool customer. No highs, no lows with him. He's a competitor. He wants to win. And I think I tell those guys all the time, if you got something to say after a game, if we didn't win, I'm all ears. Like I'll take whatever they have to say. And those guys are great. They handle it really well. He never shows emotion one way or the other in terms of he's frustrated, he's excited. He just comes to work every single day. And that's been the really cool thing about watching him grow.
Press Taylor on Brian Thomas Jr. I'm Andrew Gibson with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Tom McManus. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. A better way to a better window on 1010XL.
He's a very good player in the run and the pass. He's a very, very good football player. Shoot their hook and lateral to him and, putting them out on passes. So, that tells you everything you need to know. But not many. So it'll be a good matchup.
When I get home, Alexa, play Human Nature.
There you go.
Number one for me today.
Nice.
B, please, Lord, do not let an offensive lineman score a touchdown against us this week. Right? Don't let them be like, hey, it's, who wants it this time? Right. It's 35-3. You want to catch one out in the flat?
Yeah. Right.
Come on, man. Penei Sewell, they have used him.
Yeah.
In that regard.
Yeah.
And
he's quite the athlete.
He likes to reward his guy. I think you tell us.
Yep.
You're an NFL player.
Yeah.
How much do people get excited? How much do particularly the offensive guys involved in it, but how much does the team get excited that a coach is willing to call a trick play?
Like throwing it to a lineman in the end zone?
Throwing it to a lineman or whatever it happens to be.
Yeah. Well, depending what the trick play is.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. If it works, great. If it doesn't work, then no. But, throwing it to a lineman, they catch the ball in the end zone. Yeah, everyone's pretty jacked up about that.
Yeah.
Especially the other offensive linemen.
Oh, sure.
The defensive guys are like, all right, that's great. But the O-lineman, they'll
defensive guys don't really care what's happening.
They'll slobber all over themselves over some, plate of, chicken wings or something after the game.
You just wish you were Mike Vrabel, that you could have played some tight end and caught some touchdowns.
It's
then
funny.
You would have been excited.
It's funny. Me and Boyer both asked Coughlin to play fullback in short yardage and goal line.
And what was...
He wouldn't let us.
How come?
I don't know. We both wanted to try it.
You're both. It seems natural that a linebacker.
That's who we're taking on. We're taking on a fullback, so why not try to be a fullback? So, but that got squashed right away. And they had fullbacks.
Yeah, it was still in that right. They had actual fullbacks on the
Damon
roster.
Shelton was a great fullback.
Yeah, he was
before
a good player.
There, that was like 97.
Okay.
Yeah. They anyway. Yeah.
Your dream was if I lay 10 perfect lead blocks, they'll give me one carry on third and one. No?
I was a running back in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
Were you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was great. We played a wing tee. It was great. I was a two-back.
Were you a make people miss guy, or are you just trucking?
No, forearm shiver to their chin and see if they could, get me down. And, they could.
All right. I think this would be a big key for all of us today, Tone. We created some turnovers last week. Good. Jared Goff threw 5 interceptions last week. One of the keys to beating Detroit would be get multiple extra possessions in this football game. And Ryan Nielsen agrees. He's hoping the turnovers come in bunches.
You hope so. You hope they come in bunches. It's just part of just staying the course. And you hope it continues to go that way. And 2 or 3 game, that's what you're really – that would be really good to end the season. You'd be in one. If you were 2 or 3 in a game, you'd be top or one of the top in the league. And so that's, we just got to continue that trend and continue what we're doing. Thought our guys caught the ball, but then there's a couple of things you point out, like we could have had a couple more. We had one, and I can't really comment on the, but it like Darby made a great play. He made a great play. It was a fantastic play, and so there was another one. We had a couple other opportunities, and we got to cash in on those, and so that's what we're working on this week.
Boy, do they need him to come in bunches.
Yeah, but problem is, like last week, you go 3 and out. You know,
Oh, yeah.
you got to do something with your offense. Has got to do something when they give. Then that's what we've been dealing with for a lot of the year, right?
Yeah.
The offense or the defense will play well, get you the ball back, and the offense goes 3 and out or turns the ball over themselves. So it's great that they are, but it's like last year we had 30 takeaways, but we had 27 giveaways, something like that, or vice versa. You know what I mean? It's great that you take it away, but man, you got to have your offense do something with that opportunity.
It took a long time in the 2024 season to get here, but Foye Oluokun's finally playing 100% of the defensive snaps for this football team. I don't know why it took this long for Nielsen to do this with Foye, but he's finally playing him that way, and Coach was asked about that yesterday.
So, just the game plan. Some weeks are a little bit different than others. Nothing really to put a finger on and say, hey, this is the reason why we did it. It's just the game plan. It'll be a little bit different this week, So it's just kind of the matchups that we're going in, the coverages that we're playing, and it was more of a Foye game this last week, but this week may be different.
When should it not be a Foye game?
Yeah.
What part of the game plan tells you it's better to not have Foye on the field?
What linebacker do you have that's better?
That's better than Foye, right? And
I think Miller's a little better in coverage. That's the only thing I say. But Foye knows that defense inside and out. So you got to make sure when you're the only linebacker out there in dime, you know what I mean? You got to know what you're doing.
I mean, we've been told, I thought, that they're rotating these guys to keep them fresh, right? That's not necessarily some master plan of, I'm pulling Foye out in these particular nuanced situations. It's like, no, it's part of the rotation to get guys on there. And then you finally decide in a week when you're playing more than 80 defensive snaps, so no, he doesn't need the rest. I mean, and I'm fine with him playing every snap. Darnell Savage played every snap.
Yep.
And did they come through unscathed? Seems like they did. Yeah. So I just don't get, and already, no, it's not going to be that case this week. So it's head scratching to me.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just don't get the whole rationale.
Who are the Jags' 5 best defensive players?
Who are the Jags' 5 defensive players? Trayvon, Josh, Campbell, Foye,
and then pick your 5th,
and then have a pick. Yeah.
Right, whoever that you happen to think that may be at any given point, whoever's playing well, whatever. So certainly among your top 4 options. If who takes those guys? Now I get you.
Lloyd, I'd say Lloyd. Lloyd's having a pretty good year. I think
he had a good game last week.
Yeah. He's a good hitter. He's good against the run. He's just struggles in coverage.
All right. Anyway, it's just
he's good against
a little mystifying. And then last one here about the prospect of facing play action from this Detroit offense.
A couple of things. We got to get interior push. We got to be able to convert from run to pass quicker. And be able to maybe steal some things and get up the field a little bit better. And then we got to be sticky in coverage, those type of things. Don't let the guys, fake block. This is a really good double move team as well. We've got to do a really good job with our eyes on our receivers and our coverage, and then not let them hold it all day and throw the ball, down the field because Goff can make all the throws. So his deep ball game it's a very impressive. Yeah,
I'm almost more concerned with Jameson Williams than anybody on this team.
He's a beast.
Yeah, he
got
just
speed.
It's like Tyreek Hill in week 1. I mean, that is the kind of impact that he can have on a football game. One play, 70 yards, turn it around.
But, a way to stop play action is stopping the run. You know what I mean? That can really help you with – you can almost guess when they're passing. You know what I mean? But you got to really be focused. Play action, man, you don't want to bite. And bite is just taking a step. You bite on the play fake. You don't want to. That's why you got to. Sometimes you just got to shuffle for a sec, and decipher what's happening, and then go. You know what I mean? But linebackers want to move forward,
right?
Every snap you're like, okay, I'm moving forward, but you got to.
Because if you hesitate, then they may get the edge. They may get to the block a little bit quicker and open up the hole.
Right. But you got to see that line not coming out at you. And I know it's hard with the RPOs because it looks like they're coming out at you, and then they stop. And
they have 2 distinctly different type of running backs, too.
They do. Yeah, they got a pounder. Montgomery will pound it, man. He's
totally.
Yeah,
he's not slow. He's not a plotter.
No,
but he can absolutely handle the tough yards between the tackles. And Jahmyr Gibbs is more the modern day space back. Yeah,
slasher.
Get out in space and make big plays. Great speed, great agility.
Yep. No, they're loaded and they're put together really well. I'll go back to what Campbell said when him and his GM first got together. They said, what kind of player do we want in this organization? Not talent, not scheme. what kind of player. And it seems they got all the same kind of players under one roof. You know, with the right coach and the right culture and the right guys making plays.
All right, we'll have more from the Jaguars coordinators, Press Taylor, specifically coming up. That was Ryan Nielsen a few moments ago. But first, let's take a look around the rest of the NFL.
Now, Gems Around the NFL, brought to you by Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jax Beach.
Kansas City kicker Harrison Butker is heading to the IR after getting a meniscus surgery. He is expected to be able to come back after the 4 weeks that he'll have to miss on the IR late in the season there for Kansas City. Buffalo wide receiver Amari Cooper has been limited at practice all week, but did say yesterday that he is optimistic about being able to play on Sunday against the Chiefs. Atlanta quarterback Kirk Cousins was a full practice participant yesterday after not practicing on Wednesday, and New England defensive tackle Christian Barmore was able to practice for the first time this year since being placed on the non-football injury list on August 27th after he was diagnosed with blood clots back in July, but back on the practice field, at least up there in New England for Barmore.
All right, Tone, thank you very much. Just looking at some people's keys to victory that they're sending in. Brian said, Matt Jones can't win for you. I think he means Mac, but
Matt.
I understand the sentiment. Yes, nothing Matt Jones does will positively impact the team this weekend. So, congratulations.
Yeah.
We'll press Taylor. Did you have something to add? No?
We'll wait till keys. It'll be one of my keys. I'll just throw it out there. Why do we, early on, you get Strange involved, you get Ingram involved, and then Strange goes away for the rest of the game? I mean, and why does every other team run a Y stick, Y option, Y down the seam, Y being the tight end? Like, it's tough to cover a tight end that's got athletic ability, right? We see it every week. I mean, now look, last week, Hawkinson, he's phenomenal. He is. There's no doubt. He runs like Kelsey. And we had a tough time with him. But why don't we flip that around? Why don't we use our tight ends like that? Why does it always got to be some misdirection and sneak out? How about get him on a linebacker or safety and let him go to work? I mean, look, option routes, you go in or out. Stick, you're up and out. You know what I mean? They're quick. They're easy. They're right in front of the quarterback. You know, it's not like they got to, process and go all the way outside the numbers. It's right there, down the seam. I mean, look, linebackers and safeties, we're more, hitting people. Like we said, going forward. You get us in coverage. You got to be really, really good in coverage on these tight ends. And I think between Ingram and Strange, they got enough speed and talent to really create some mismatches if you go to them.
Who's the better blocker, in your opinion, Strange or Farrell?
That's a pretty good one. Farrell's a bigger type tight end. I look at Strange as more of like an H-back, if you will, but
Lockman thinks he may be the best blocker on the team, period. Strange, in his opinion. I mean,
he's a good lead blocker. He's good. But Farrell's kind of he's kind of like a tackle almost, but can go out for a pass. But if I had to pick, I'd want Strange out there more than Farrell.
Yeah, it's just because Farrell ended up playing 16 snaps, Strange played 18.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure. Like, I just don't know.
No packages for that.
What advantage does – maybe you're right. Maybe it's more if you're going with keeping an extra guy in and pass protection, right, as opposed to run blocking, and you're just trying to max protect a little bit. Maybe Farrell's the better option. I'm just trying to think of the scenarios where he's the better alternative than Strange because and I know they'll throw it to Farrell every once in a while, but I feel like Strange is a bigger threat to the defense as a route runner, quickness, all those things.
He's just a little more athletic. But Farrell, look, he can be a weapon too. I should have added him. I don't care. But let's utilize the tight end and just simple, routine type routes and throws and get some rhythm going, especially in between the numbers, man. You know what I mean? They're easier throws for quarterbacks.
All right, we'll take a time out here. Halfway home, we'll hear from Press Taylor, Jaguars offensive coordinator, on the other side. We've got our confidence picks for week number 11 coming up, and we'll also do a Keys to Victory roundtable before we get out of here today. That is our Jaguars Today Chad and Sandy real estate question of the day. What are your 3 keys to victory for the Jags? Hit us up on the Garber Auto Mall phone lines, the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, both of those at 641-1010, or all over social media as well. You can give us your replies to that. Mike Dempsey, Tony Smith, Tom McManus, Dylan Denmark, You're listening to Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods. You know what? You know one thing's going to go right this weekend. If you're driving around doing honeydews, swing into an area gate station, head to the Fresh Case, and Dandy is going to deliver on their promises. What are their promises? Well, they're going to have fresh, delicious food made with the highest quality ingredients with fantastic variety for you and prices that won't break the bank. And that's exactly what they deliver every single time. How about some of these options like a hot roast beef and provolone, the Italian combo that melts in your mouth, the all-white meat spicy buffalo chicken, the big old juicy 100% beef cheeseburger. That's a classic. I love their original tuna salad, white or wheat. Doesn't make a difference to me. Danny's got phenomenal options for you, and that's just some of the sandwiches and subs that they have. Breakfast sliders, light lunchtime wraps, gourmet salads, fruit cups, veggie trays, protein packs for on the go. It's all out there from a local Jacksonville company. Danny's the name to know in Duval, so when you're hungry, do what I do. Go out and make yours a dandy, and do it today.
Jaguars
Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL. Jags coach Doug Peterson joins the Frangie Show.
That's the exciting part about it.
Coach speaks Fridays at 4:05.
Number one prized possession on the field is the football.
Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors on 1010XL.
This is David with Royal Pest Services. Join us Friday, November 15th from 12 to 2 with Helmets and Heels at Tony D's for our customer appreciation.
And there'll be free slices for you guys.
Tony, you've been down here long enough. It's y'all.
Did you know you can charge the all-new Honda Electric Prologue in the same receptacle as your phone? You don't need these special charging stations at your home. Simply plug in your Honda or your phone. See your local Honda dealer now. We're electrified.
Clean air, cool air, both are extremely important. Trust Florida Home AC to deliver on both with their Remy Halo, the next generation of air quality technology. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC and breathe clean and cool air.
Cigar smokers, Cigars International Superstore is now open at the Town Center, a massive 6,200 square foot space with over 600 cigar brands, a full-service bar, indoor and outdoor lounges with flat-screen TVs. Grand opening event this Saturday with live music, raffles, and specials. Enjoy $5 off a $25 purchase or more. Just mention code RadioXL at checkout. Don't miss the new Cigars International Superstore grand opening at the Town Center this Saturday.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
Hey, this is Bert Cannon with the First Coast YMCA. Youth sports at the Y can help nurture your future athlete's potential and experience the joy of being a kid. At the Y, we're providing a safe, clean, and fun environment with basketball, soccer, volleyball, gymnastics, elite skills training, and more. Best of all, participation in Legacy Youth Sports League is free with your family membership. Visit fcymca.org to learn all about youth sports at the Y.
When you take a sip of Bold City Brewery's many flavors, you're taking a sip of this Bold City. In Duval, since 2008, they've been cranking out craft beer for 16 plus years now. So head to their production house on Roselle Street in Riverside or Bold City downtown and sample a Duke's, their legendary brown ale. 2 great IPAs, plus Duval Light, Killer Whale, and plenty more. It's all on tap at Bold City Brewery, downtown or in Riverside. Log on and taste the craft. BoldCityBrewery.com.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hi, everybody. Mike Dempsey here. And today I want to call a timeout to shout out Awaken 180 Weight Loss for their 10-year anniversary. 10 years ago, Paige had developed a long-term solution for weight loss that could work for anyone. She cut through the misconceptions of lose weight, quick gadgets, fad diets, and medications, completely revolutionizing the weight loss industry with real results. More importantly, lasting results. Free support for life was and still is the backbone of the Awaken 180 program. 10 years later, 23,000 clients have lost a combined 750,000 pounds. Clients who've eliminated the need for cholesterol medications, blood pressure, and even type 2 diabetes medications. People like me, your neighbors, friends, and family who wanted to take back control of their weight, health, and happiness. I, for one, am so happy I found Awaken 180, and I know you'll be happy as well if you make the same choice. Here's to the next 10 years at Awaken180weightloss.com. That's Awaken180weightloss.com.
Hi, I'm Chuck Farah. We know how important it is for you to have a vehicle after you've been injured in a car accident.
So when we represent you for your personal injury claim, we'll help you get a rental car from the insurance company while your car is being repaired. And we'll provide this service at no additional fee. If you're hurt and you've got no car, let my team go to work for you. Farah & Farah, protecting you and your family. Call us at 396-5555 or go to farahandfarah.com. Jacksonville.
This is Greg Huntington, a.k.a. The Mangler. I'm on the winning team at Waste Management. If your business needs sustainable environmental services for waste removal and recycling collection, then you can count on the industry leader of WM to deliver results. Go to WM.com/Duval.
Jags fans, looking for the perfect activity around the holidays? We've got you covered with the inaugural Teal Trot 5K. The race takes place outside Everbank Stadium, Saturday, December 21st. We can't wait to see you there. Your registration includes the 5K, a throwback Jaguars headband, and a ticket to the December 29th game against the Titans. Visit Jaguars.com/Teal Trot to sign up today.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by First Coast Honda Dealers. Florida LSU is a traditional SEC rivalry that head coach Billy Napier expects to be competitive.
This is one of those old school crossover rivalry games. It's always been competitive when we play these guys.
Men's basketball finds the Gators renewing their rivalry with the Noles for their first road test of the season. That should prove insightful for head coach Todd Golden.
You know, it's a tricky one for your first road contest, but, this early in the year, I think it's going to be a great opportunity regardless, to go out and see what we're capable of.
1010XL will stream the game starting at 7:30 this evening. The JU men's basketball team took on South Carolina State Thursday evening. Freshman Chris Arias hit a dagger three-pointer with 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter to secure the Dolphin win over South Carolina State. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
At 10:57, it's 66 degrees. Time and 10 brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Tom McManus.
Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. A better way to a better window on 1010XL.
So Tom McManus, Meathead 55, former Jacksonville Jaguar linebacker. Some call him Mr. CTE. Others call him a wannabe Hall of Famer. No, I'm kidding. You are a Hall of Famer.
Yes, I am.
A BC Hall of Famer.
And a Wheeling High School Hall of Famer.
I am not saying any of this to disparage you. I am just leaning into some of the replies.
The mean tweets.
Tom's
You're
mean
so
tweets.
mean, you people out there.
I don't think you care, but I think you were unaware.
Well, because I
mute
mute a lot of people. And I should. I do.
Is that what it is?
Because I feel like, if it's really bad, like I would have blocked that first guy after I said so. I never saw the tweet. Like you've read it to me. I said, he said what? And that was pretty mean, buddy. Whatever your problem is. But yeah, no. So I mute him. So I don't know. Sometimes I feel like blocking's a little extreme. You're allowed to have your opinion. I got to be able to have some thick skin, but that doesn't mean I have to see it. So I mute him and I don't see it.
Right, and sometimes it's just like all the person is trying to do is be, they have one agenda. It's like, and anything you say, it's going to be, you could say anything you like. You could say, man, I think Nick Sorensen was an underrated player. Fire Polky, right? It's like, it's like, just like react to what is being said in real time and take it for what it is.
Yeah.
You tweeted out the other day, 2 days ago, if Trevor doesn't need surgery, and if he can play, I want him playing. Yeah. He needs the work.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
First response.
Yep.
Don't nobody GAF what you think. Okay? I'm not sure if anyone knows what GAF stands for.
I think I know what
call
it means.
Dylan and let him know. Quote, he needs the work, in quotes.
Yeah.
Shut the actual F up.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the second reply.
Right.
To you. Like, I don't understand what is wrong with acknowledging that nobody's saying Trevor Lawrence is the sole problem here, Tony. Can Trevor Lawrence get better as a football player?
No, that feels like there is a group of the fan base that is hypersensitive about wanting to be critical of Trevor Lawrence, and there's the opposite end of it, where anything that gets said about Trevor Lawrence that can even be somehow construed as negative. They're like, why are you going after my quarterback? It's like, I'm not going after the guy. Like, I still believe in the guy.
I want him to get some more work, good quality work.
I want him to get work.
Be healthy.
We said this earlier this week. I think reps that Trevor Lawrence gets on field with Brian Thomas Jr. are not wasted reps.
No doubt.
There's nothing wasted about that. So if he can play, he should play. I am very much in that camp.
And that's if he's healthy. No, if you're not saying fight through it, Trev.
No.
If Trevor Lawrence didn't have an AC joint issue, would we be saying shut him down for the rest of the season? No, he's an NFL quarterback being paid crazy money. He's your quarterback. Go out there and play. He wants to play.
And he does. And he does need to play.
Here was one response. It said, I disagree, Tom. I won't attack you like all these trolls in your mention. And you reply. And he goes, I want to bubble wrap and protect him from this terrible coaching staff. We need him for the future. But at least it was like, hey, okay, I understand your point of view. Here's my point of view.
Yeah, it was civil.
And it was a conversation.
Yeah.
That is
listen,
often lacking.
People are very upset, and I get it. And I am, look, I'm critical on all of them. I'm critical on Trevor. And he's not the only, part of the problem, but he is part of the problem. I mean, his play has been really good at times. It's been not so good at times. He's made some incredible plays, incredible throws. He's made some not incredible throws and plays. He's got to be better. That's why I want him to get more work. I echo Tony's sentiments. I want that chemistry to build with Brian Thomas Jr. and the other guys that are going to be back next year. To sit here and think that he can just shut it down and come back next year, and whoever the saving grace is going to be at head coach and coordinator is all of a sudden they're just going to hit the ground running and boom, or he's leading the league and passing and all that. That's not going to happen. I mean, could it happen? Maybe, but why wouldn't you want to see him out there?
Hope is not a plan.
Right. Correct.
Is what people say.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Let me just pass these along from Doug Peterson's press conference this morning. Mia O'Brien passing these along on social media. Doug Peterson says Tank Bigsby will practice today. Said he's optimistic today will be a big day for him. Well, I mean, it's the only day he's practicing this week, but that's more like when you miss 2 full practices, man, I'm going to presume you're not going to play, but hey, I'm not the head coach.
That's right.
He says he's optimistic. Ezra Cleveland should be good to go.
Good.
After missing the last couple of games. Need him. He's done pretty well, right?
Listen, but for the record, Trevor didn't get hurt in the pocket. He got hurt trying to make a play out in the open field. You know what I mean? So it's not like he's been getting killed back there in the pocket. On occasion, he's been harassed. There's no doubt. But for the most part, they've kept him pretty much upright.
And, going back to the original the questions the last couple of days, that's an under-the-radar one, but Trent Baalke re-signed Ezra Cleveland for about a little under half of what the top guards are going for.
Without a doubt.
In the market today. Tony and I were looking at ESPN list of available free agents. I don't even remember who the guard was, Tony, who was ranked number 2 on the list. And so we're like, number 1 was T. Higgins. Yeah, I'm interested in T. Higgins,
Absolutely.
I mean, Gabe Davis has been a non-factor. Give me that. T. Higgins on one side, Brian Thomas Jr., and whoever you've got in the slot, if Kirk's back or if it's Parker Washington, whatever. But they're projecting for, I can't remember who the guard was, probably get $21-22 million a year.
Right.
For a guard, man. Right. I mean, you got to.
I know.
You got to save some money somewhere at some point. And the Jags, by the way, projected to have 13th most cap space at like $50 million or $58 million. So
Trey Smith.
Listen.
Trey Smith, right.
Yeah, Trey Smith. He's a beast. There's no doubt. I heard you guys talk about that. I agree with trying to draft a guard. But, man, I tell you, we need more beef up front.
Well, you can't count on Cooper Hodges now. That's 2 years in a row season-ending injuries. And I'm not saying it's his fault, but it's reality.
That's right.
Finally, Doug Peterson said Mason Smith will have a chance to be up versus the Lions. Mia added, sounds like he is healthy, but it's a numbers game of getting to 48 active players on game day. If he's healthy.
He's a second-round pick.
If he's healthy and he's not one of your top 48.
Yeah.
Now, that goes to an indictment of Trent Baalke.
Definitely.
At that point.
Without question.
Right? So, and that doesn't, look, sometimes you take a second-round pick and he does practically nothing for you, and he turns out to be a really good player down the road. It takes some guys a little bit longer. A lot of people have expressed the sentiment, well, we needed instant impact this year. We needed it on the interior of the offensive line. We didn't do that. And, look, I understand, but if you think you're getting a special player, I also understand that, reaching for, and people say that's all Baalke does. He reaches for measurables and he takes chances on projects in the second round. And it's hard to argue. Like Walker Little hadn't played a lot of college football.
Right.
He didn't turn into a full-time starter for this team on merit.
You expected him to as a second rounder for sure.
Anyway, those were some updates from Mia O'Brien from the Doug Peterson presser this morning. Here is the presser from yesterday, Press Taylor, speaking to the media and was asked about the offense lacking consistency.
I don't know. It's just being able to piece some of the things some of the consistency that we've lacked. Obviously, there's times where, we like what we have early on and it doesn't work out for one reason or another early on to sustain drives. It's converting that first third down, staying on the field early because, whether it's the first drive, second drive, being able to get it going at some point, but obviously it comes down to more often than not being able to get the drive started on first down, but converting that first third down. And a lot of times that's just, being able to really hone in on the details, but make that play early on.
They switched it up. Sorry, Tony.
No,
they just switched it up this week. They got off to a decent start and did nothing after that. So.
Fast start. That would be nice if they could get something like that going.
They were good on third down, though, overall, percentage-wise.
Yeah.
They were like 45%, 44. They haven't been that high in a long time.
They were okay. Mac Jones is a guy that has been in and out of the starting lineup through the first few years of his career up there in New England, but had the opportunity to start for the first time in Jacksonville this week. And Coach Taylor was asked about what they have learned from Mac getting that first opportunity here.
Yeah, I think you learn a lot from being in the fire with somebody. We've seen Mac in preseason games and camp and practice and all that, and nothing can replicate a game. So there was a lot of good that you want to continue to build upon and things like that you recognize Mac's really comfortable with or Mac sees really well throughout the course of the game. But every game, every week is so different. The opponent you're playing, who's available to you on offense, and how you try to create the matchups or the looks you try to create. So, it's about putting everybody in the best possible position. But there's a lot that Mac is very capable of, that our offense as a whole is very capable of, that we're trying to continue to find a way to get the best out of.
Obviously, it wasn't great, right? They had the fifth lowest yardage total in franchise history. Right. But when you watched Mac Jones, and just from watching him in the offseason in training camp or in his time with New England, what would you try to focus on that you think he can do well to get him maybe going a little bit and help this offense move a little bit better?
Well, I think the same for Trevor as well, is throwing it in between the numbers to start off, and getting that tight end involved, making that's like
when you say between the hash, middle of the field.
Middle of the field, and not necessarily always deep. Although Trevor's really good at that deep throw, we haven't really seen that out of Mac down the middle. Look, I think Mac can just run an efficient offense if given the time. I think he needs a running game to go with him. Look, he's not going to wow you with, his arm and all that other stuff, but I think he can make all the throws. Look, last week, again, the thing that frustrates me is it's the same mistakes that we've seen. They're, like Gabe not getting his feet in on third down. That was the blitz is coming right in his face. He throws it to where he's, they give the wide open guy, and Gabe's, he's standing there on the sideline, but he's got to make a catch, but get your feet in. What are you doing? Ingram dropped the ball on third down, hit him right in the hands. It happens in the past too. You know what I mean? It's like these things. It's so annoying. How do you keep making these same mistakes? And it doesn't matter who the quarterback is, or at least it didn't last week. But I think every quarterback needs to get in a rhythm, and I do. And I think our running game's got to get going. And I know Tank, even if he's not full speed, let Etienne carry the bigger the load. Tank come in as he can and see how that goes. But you got to try to run the ball. They do give up. Now they're good on third down. Their defense, Detroit's really good on third down. Their takeaways are insane. I think their turnover ratio is -8. No, +8. Sorry, we're -7 or 8. But they do give up 4.3 yards a carry on the ground. So can we get something going in the run game?
Well, what would help was if you could stretch the field a little bit and back those safeties off. Brian Thomas Jr. is a guy we've talked about a lot. Last 3 weeks has only had the ball thrown to him 11 times, and Press Taylor was asked about getting opportunities for Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah, we need to do something. So I think the biggest thing is continuing to try to give him those opportunities. There's times where you call things where you really think he's going to get the ball right here and something happens to take the play away, whether it's a pressure, whether it's the ball just didn't get thrown for whatever. We were calling screens the other day that didn't even get thrown out to him at times. There's opportunities, and we got to continue to find those. We got to continue to give him opportunities because, like we say every week, he is dynamic for us, and so he needs opportunities to get the football.
we got to do something. You're the offensive coordinator.
Right.
How about design some plays to get him the ball?
You mentioned earlier in the week, because he said, was it yesterday or 2 days ago that press said something? You guys reported that he said that Brian Thomas Jr., he's not the shallow crossing kind of receiver.
Was that D-Rock, I think.
Was that?
I was said that. I'm like, I don't know why he can't be that guy.
D-Rock said that. Not
I think that was his opinion,
but I was like, what are you talking about? No. That's how you exactly use him. Because we're always hearing, like, oh, he's getting clouded or ghosted or whatever the term is these days, double teamed. Yeah, you can beat a double team. How? By doing those kind of things, underneath routes, quick outs.
Why
quick
can't
slants.
that speed going horizontal and catch the corner and turn it up? Why,
By the way, he runs one of those smooth out routes. I mean, he's super smooth when he runs those things, and he can do it at 7 yards, 10 yards, or 15 yards. You just gotta call plays that you're going to him. I do think last week with Gabe and Mac, because in practice, what does the second string quarterback throw to? He's probably throwing to Gabe a lot. You know what I mean? When Trevor's taking all the reps, so that's maybe his chemistry. But man, you got to get the ball into number 7's hands.
Yeah, I would think he'd be throwing to Parker Washington a lot.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
at the end of the game, he got the play.
Right.
So who knows what the chemistry is with all those guys. ETN obviously was out for a while, so everything in the offense running-wise was relying on Tank Bigsby, who was able to get back on the practice field today. We'll see if he's going to be able to play against Detroit. Press Taylor was asked about Travis Etienne being back for the team and getting opportunities now that he's back on the field for this offense.
Yeah, I think like anything, especially whether it's a starter, backup, playing quarterback, you want to be able to lean on that run game a little bit, and we want to be obviously more efficient than we've been, so we can stay. I mean, not everybody's excited to run the ball on 2nd and 10, 2nd and 11, things like that. So having that first down success to start drives particularly gives you the ability to lean into the run game a little bit more. And you go back to the New England game where we had so many runs, it's because first down run for 5, your second 5, you're in control of the game and the situations. So you're able to lean into that a little more. But Travis is just another one like Brian. He's another one of our playmakers. So we want to give our playmakers as many opportunities in the right situation to be able to make plays. It's not just hammering the ball into heavy boxes and doing certain things like that, but giving him opportunities in situations that we think he thrives in already.
You see what Washington did last night? I don't know what they were doing to take away Terry McLaurin. Right. They just threw the ball to Austin Eckler all night long. Yeah. I think that's where Travis Etienne's impact's got to come this weekend, catching the ball out of the backfield, especially if it's, the game script that Detroit gets up on you and you're in the second half and you're kind of in throw mode. Right. It's got to protect, as you said, Tom, right at the outset of the show. But I think, making a dent in the passing game. And Dearness Johnson can do that a little bit as well.
Well, look, it's a pass-first offense, right? So the pass has to open up the run for this team. And what does that mean? Like, they have to be – that safety's got to hang back a little. You can't jam the box and create 8 in the box and, have more guys than you can block in the run game. No, you're not going to stand up